Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. Happy St. Patrick's Day, people. I don't know if you're Irish or not. I don't even know if you're wearing green or if you got pinched today, but it is St. Patrick's Day, and the world is so consumed with the coronavirus that they don't get to celebrate the way they prefer. And I so get that, but St. Patrick marches on. I've shared St. Patrick before on my Jules Blessed Vegan videos, and it wasn't all joy and leprechauns. I mean, seriously, St. Patrick was not only kidnapped but enslaved in Ireland. And by God's grace, upon being freed, he did go home, but he realized he needed to come back and share the Lord with those people. And he did come back and miraculously has become the patron saint of Ireland, which you've got to love. So I wanted to give a shout out to a bunch of my friends in religious life, and most of them have gone to the heavenly realm, but Father Michael Collins, Father Sean Murphy, and Sister Verona Meehan, and Sister, like so many, just fantastic people from Ireland. We come from Ireland. I'm Irish stock, if you will, 50%. And the rest is Norwegian and Jew, which is all such an interesting combination, and I love it all. But Sister Gertrude Conley, such a joy. And I was thinking, we used to always have to have, of course, corned beef and cabbage. And I do still have the cabbage and leave out the corned beef today, but that was such a staple growing up. And potatoes, which I love the whole thing. And Sister Gertrude would always say, "Oh, you're gorgeous, Juliana. You're gorgeous. Do you know?" and she meant in my soul, which was so sweet. Unlike Father Sean, who would say, "Ah, Juliana, you're going to go to heaven in spite of yourself." He'd be so concerned for me because every year when he'd go home to Ireland, he'd leave me a list of Bible verses to memorize. And when he'd come back, I was no closer to memorizing them. And he'd say, "You're going to go to heaven in spite of yourself." So true. May I go in spite of myself. Anyway, God bless all those people. Of course, I continue to pray for them and rejoice in the Irish blood that I possess. So I hope you're doing okay with the coronavirus. At this time, we've been doing random acts of kindness for Lent. And today you were supposed to just take the time to... How's it when I get to this part, I suddenly can never remember? I just suddenly can't remember what our promise to ourselves was. Oh, you were going to step it up today and either do something that made you feel better. You didn't feel like getting dressed, get dressed. You didn't feel like putting on makeup, put on that makeup. I can't win with the makeup thing, seriously. Either people critique me on here saying, you need to put on foundation, you need, mascara, what are you doing? Lipstick isn't enough. Or you have someone like my husband who says, lipstick's too much, you're beautiful already, quit primping and just get it done, which is so sweet. So I can't win. But for me, as I suggested, lipstick just makes me happy. So I for sure put on lipstick, and I had to get up, and I didn't feel like getting dressed, and I absolutely got dressed. So anything like that was a good idea. Okay, for tomorrow, again, it's for yourself. The random act of kindness is to actually write down 10 things that you feel good about in you. So either 10 praises to yourself, 10 things that you feel good that you do every day, 10 things that you're proud about for yourself. Because I think the more we build ourselves up, the more willing we are to get out of ourselves and actually serve, right? So what are those 10 things that you know you're doing right? Every once in a while, and I feel like I'm being too criticized, I will actually take the time to go, "You're okay, Juliana." I love you. You're worthy. So what are those 10 things that you really feel good about? And again, at this time, it could be just getting out of bed. That could be 1. Washing your face, 2. Making a smoothie, 3. Drinking lemon water, 4. You know what I mean? There could be things like that. The fact that maybe there's some things that you want to acknowledge, like maybe you have a skill that you haven't learned, used in a really long time. Maybe you know how to do calligraphy, but you haven't used it for years. You've been too busy raising kids. Maybe you were really good at knitting or sewing, and because life is being forced to slow down a moment with all the coronavirus and people being self-quarantined and forced closures, maybe these are some of the things that you're going to bring back out, as things have slowed down. So what are 10 things that you loved about yourself? 10 abilities, 10 skills. Maybe it's that you praise people, that you naturally compliment others. That's a great thing to acknowledge about yourself. That you are a mother who's exhausted at the end of the day because you've cared for everybody else. That's okay. I mean, yes, ideally you'll take more time and have boundaries for you, but it's still so beautiful that you do that. So 10 things. I would love if you shared some of those in the post below so that we could praise you. But for yourself, step it up. You are worth it. What are those 10 things? All right, my friends, I am out of here to partay for St. Patrick's Day, whatever that looks like. All right. Like if you like, join us if you haven't, subscribe. And until we talk again, best of all, God bless St. Patrick, all my lovely Irish people in the next realm, and know that you are blessed.